Melania Trump. Great to see you.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
I guess the first thing is congratulations.
I want to also thank my beautiful wife, Melania, First Lady.
You need to defend yourself all the time. As you may heard, I filed a few lawsuits and I'm in the court now because they accuse me of doing stuff that I never did in my life, and they wrote lies, and I will not allow that. I will fight till the end because I don't want that they damage my reputation.
Melania Trump recently achieved one of the largest defamation victories in history by striking a staggering $900 million deal against the View and Sunny Hostin, its co-host. In addition to being a victory for Melania, this is a turning point for media accountability. It makes a strong statement. Careless, politically motivated attacks on public personalities will no longer be tolerated. As if they could say anything they wanted, The View has been disparaging politicians, guests, and even past first ladies for years. The repercussions have now arrived, despite their attempts to hide their savagery behind beliefs. It all began when Sunny Hostin chose to publicly psychoanalyze Melania in her usual arrogant and self-righteous manner. Hostin asserted that Melania detested her husband and simply feigned love for him in order to benefit financially. But she had no proof for her claims. Unreal. Yes. But in the echo chamber, she continued to present it as reality, acting as if she knew about the Trump marriage. All of the co-hosts were afraid to disagree with her. Taking her hurtful remarks as truth, they all nodded in agreement.
What do you love most about your husband?
His humor, his personality, his kindness. He's very special. His positivity, his energy, it's unbelievable. So we have a beautiful relationship.
What do the two of you like to do for fun if you're not working?
To have dinner, sometimes quiet dinner or dinner with friends, and listen to the music, all kind of different musics.
I hear he likes to be the DJ.
He likes to be the DJ, and it's very fun night when he does that.
However, they mishandled the wrong individual this time. For years, Melania Trump has been characterized by the media as aloof, opportunistic, and cold. Although she has frequently been written off as Donald Trump's political aide, Melania decided that enough was enough this time. She refused to allow her character to be publicly defamed by The View in order to boost ratings. No time was wasted by her legal team. In a defamation complaint, they detailed how The View went beyond expressing an opinion to spreading outright lies in an attempt to harm her reputation. Due to the intense legal struggle, ABC hurried to defend itself. Despite their best efforts, the evidence was too strong to support their claim that their remarks were protected by free speech. Melania's solicitors showed a trend. While avoiding the same level of scrutiny of their left-leaning peers, The View frequently targeted conservative women and disseminated harmful narratives. They provided copious amounts of evidence, defamatory statements, interviews in which the hosts reiterated their false allegations, and unmistakable evidence that the careless terminology was not only lighthearted banter, but rather an intentional attempt to malign.
I have to say, I was surprised when she mentioned his sense of humor. But I'm going to leave that alone and ask you all the question, will the candidate's spouses getting involved like she just did?
What?
That's what it says. That's what it says. And you know, this is my job, so I'm reading it.
Yeah.
As I said, as she just did, will it make a difference here?
Well, I think when you hear Doug Emhoff, the vice president's, husband, speak about their relationship, I think it's very touching. He is behind her 100%. He's very loving. He spoke at the DNC, and I think he described a person that people wanted to know.
When the jury's verdict was announced, it was a devastating ruling. The damages were $900 million. This decision, which represents one of the biggest defamation settlements ever, will go down in history. In terms of ABC, it's a financial catastrophe. The network's main program, The View, has been around for decades, but this case could be its downfall. Legal experts are already speculating that the show might be terminated completely because of the potential insurmountable financial burden and reputational harm to ABC. Let's just say that Sunny Hostin has likely already started having trouble sleeping. Her careless remarks have endangered her career in addition to costing her network around $1 billion. ABC executives are reportedly debating whether to fire her in order to save the network's image. She has lost her credibility, even if she manages to keep her job. She spent years portraying herself as the voice of reason, the moral authority, and the one who held influential people responsible. Currently, she is the cause of one of the largest defamation lawsuits in television history. Now, who is going to believe her?
In person, I'm reluctant to comment on other people's marriages because I don't want anybody to comment on mine. But they've been married 19 years. And in my experience, people that have been married that long are not necessarily polar opposites, right? They have a lot of commonality. And so I think these two are simpatico. I remember that when Joy interviewed Melania on her show in 2011, she backed her husband's birther claims.
That's right.
That
was on your show.
That was on her show. She questioned Barack Obama's citizenship.
A show that they took away from me. Go ahead.
But Joy's over it. It's fine.
But I'm not bitter.
You were fired.
Go ahead.
She did that even though she wasn't originally a citizen of this.
In the meantime, Melania is emerging from this conflict with greater strength than before. People have tried to portray her as a passive political spouse, but she has changed. That narrative was destroyed by this litigation. In addition to receiving an apology and a retraction, she also received a payment so large that it could shut down a whole show. She established a precedent in doing so that might permanently alter the media environment. If The View can be removed for defamation, what about the innumerable other websites that have made their reputations on disparaging public figures? The industry is already experiencing the knock-on impacts. Other politicians and celebrities' solicitors are keeping a close eye on things because they know they can no longer afford to stand by and let the media ruin their reputations. The power dynamics have changed as a result of this case. The impact continues at ABC behind the scenes. In an attempt to recover from this catastrophe, executives are frantically attempting to figure things out. Advertisers are quietly withdrawing from the network, which has already suffered a significant financial setback, since they do not want to be linked to a program that has just cost the parent firm close to $1 billion. There are rumors that the show may be canceled or at the very least undergo a significant makeover, with Sunny Hostin and other problematic hosts being fired. In relation to Sunny, she has been noticeably quiet since the decision. She usually doubles down when criticized, offering lengthy justifications for her behavior. But not now. She has avoided interviews, vanished from social media, and remained completely hidden from the public this time. Is it your fault? She faces shame throughout her career. Additionally, there's a genuine chance that the network will fire her completely. In order to save The View, ABC must now determine if firing her is the only option. It has been reported that the other co-hosts are also concerned. With just one lawsuit, Melania Trump was able to topple The View. Who will be next? Targeting well-known people, disseminating false material, and labeling it hot takes are all part of The View's long history of careless criticism. Since one of their victims has successfully retaliated, others might do the same. Not to mention how humiliated The View is today. They have been portraying themselves as the moral experts on a wide range of topics, including politics, relationships, and culture, for years. Their reputation has been established by disparaging others, giving lectures, and claiming to be the only ones with the ultimate say on justice and the truth. They have now been seen to be careless, prejudiced, and unprofessional as a result of this litigation. They devoted so much time to portraying themselves as courageous truth-tellers, but they eventually gave up when confronted with the reality of their own behavior. Meanwhile, Melania is doing really well. There was more to this lawsuit than money. It has to do with respect. She demonstrated that she cannot be dragged through the mud with no repercussions. She successfully challenged and defeated one of America's most influential daytime talk shows. Although The View is in crisis mode, she is now in charge. These next few weeks will be crucial when the dust settles. Is ABC going to discontinue The View? Will it be necessary for Sunny Hostin to apologize in public? And will there be more lawsuits in the future? This is a reckoning that will undoubtedly lead to more litigation in the future. There is no doubt that The View did not anticipate this reckoning, and the world is watching to see how severe the consequences will be.